Illinois is hiring a new assistant, Camryn Crocker from Colgate. And let's set the table before I really give you, I guess, a take. All right, because I didn't know anything about this guy until I read about him. And what I read is that this guy has worked with a lot of lottery picks and he's looked at as a great developer. And Illinois' program has become very well known for developing their players to help them get to the NBA. And I think Will Riley is a great example of a more recent one, right? You can make an argument that maybe Terrence Shannon Jr. was a great one as well. Um, and even Kasparis Jack has shown us this past season. But anyway, he's going to replace Tim Anderson, who took that personal leave at the beginning of last year. Um, Something that I still don't understand why it happened. I think more people in the know definitely know, but whatever. I guess Tim Anderson is officially gone. It was his last year of his contract. Interested to see where he ends up. But Crocker was at Colgate. Like I said, he was there for 3 years. He was part of a program that went to the NCAA tournament 2 of the last 3 years, a mid-major. They won a school record 26 games back in 2022, 2023. So he was definitely part of some good mid-major teams. He was selected to the 2023 and 2024 100 Rising Stars men's mid-major assistants list conducted by Silver Waves Media. Didn't know that existed, but I guess it's a good list to be on if you're someone like Crocker, who was at a mid-major school and is looked at as one of the best up-and-coming assistants. So there's a lot of good words out of him. He was at Stanford before that, and he worked with 4 future NBA players, which included Zaire Williams in 2021 and Harrison Ingram in 2024. So yeah, he's got a lot of success. I don't really know what his role with this team is going to be, but all I know is that he's worked with future NBA players, and I think it only helps Illinois in the developmental process. Fun fact, as a player, he was team captain for Penn in the Ivy League in 2011 through 2015. He's from California as well. So I don't really know why Illinois went after him, other than like it seems like he's highly touted as one of those assistants out there that's up and coming. And listen, I sit here and rave about Adam Fletcher all the time, strength and conditioning guy, right? I still think about that Will Riley photo he put up in the middle to end of the season of his transformation in season. So people rave about strength and conditioning at Illinois. I think we've seen a lot of really good developments as far as players' skill and improvements over the years. And I just think that this guy can help them too. I think at the end of the day, it's hard to see how successful this guy can be. But I'm I'm not I'm not mad about this. You know what I mean? I think it's hard for anyone to be mad about adding a guy of this caliber who I guess is highly touted by many, 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 many people. I'm curious to know like what other schools were interested in him, but I'm not really sure who was. Or if there was, maybe it was just Illinois and they just went and met with him and he decided to leave Colgate. I don't know. Maybe Illinois just has their own form of, guys that they've been eyeing, I guess you could say. But overall, I think it's a good ad for Illinois. I think scouting and development is such a huge thing for this program, and it's such a huge development that we've seen over the years. Mentioned some names for you already. And now with this team being a little bit older next season, I think his role with some of these freshmen who will be coming off the bench and some of these other guys coming in, I think that's where his role will be the largest, I guess. I can't sit here and definitively say that that's a fact, but I feel like he's going to have a bigger role with some of the younger players that will be coming off the bench more so than some of these older guys. Um, Guys like David Merkovich, I feel like he could have a big impact on. It maybe Zvonimir. Zvonimir Ivicic has, he hasn't exactly blossomed yet. Maybe he's a guy that Crocker can work with. So this guy helped develop a couple NBA draft picks. So I guess we'll find out. So overall, I think it's a good hire for Illinois, and excited to learn more about him. Hit that like button before you head out of here, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I appreciate y'all support. ILL.